and thank you for joining us on Away We Go. I'm your host, Dan Vasquez, and I'm so happy that you are here tuning in. I'm just excited to have a friend and a guest, very special guest. He's actually a great friend of mine, Jean Jacque. How are you?
I'm great. Glad to be here with you.
Now, did I say your last name right? Is it Jean Jacque? Can you say it with a
I
French
say
accent?
with a French accent, like you said, we call it Jean Jacque.
Jean Jacque, Jean Jacque. So today we are going on a very special tour. We're going all the way to the beautiful Caribbean nation of Haiti, right in the Caribbean Ocean, the island of Haiti, and we will talk a lot about everything you want to know about Haiti. So if you're watching us on Facebook or if you're watching us on Zoom, please go ahead and send us your questions or anything you want to know. And we have Al here with us, and I'm sure he will be willing to give us more information, and we'll take a tour virtually. But before we get into the nation, I want to know a little bit more about you, Al. So you were born and raised in Haiti.
Yes, I was born there, and I came here when I was about 21 years old.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, ever since I've been back, I've visited. So
You've been back.
Yes.
Now we call it Haiti here in the United States. How do you call it when you're there?
Yes, we say IT.
IT.
Yes,
Yeah.
we say
Well, the
it.
Spaniards also call it IT. In Spanish, you would say IT. Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's amazing. So you were 21 years old. You grew up from the moment you were born to 21 years old in Haiti, and then from Haiti you moved to the States.
Yeah, I moved to the States in 2000, and I live in New Jersey. And then I moved to some other states.
So wait, so you moved from Haiti, the beautiful blue skies, and you go to New Jersey to gray and cold weather.
Yes.
How was that transition for
It
you?
was a big transition, and in Haiti we have basically it's a tropical weather. It's basically hot the whole year, and then when I came here, and I had to deal with the coldness of New Jersey.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah, New Jersey. It's a cold weather. I think we have the same weather in New Jersey that as we have here in Columbus. But oh my goodness. So you grew up in Haiti. What city were you born in Haiti?
I was born in La Tibonite, which is
Tibonite.
toward the north.
Okay.
And I go to school in the capital, in the west side,
Port-au-Prince.
in Port-au-Prince, yeah.
The mighty city of Port-au-Prince, which I was just studying earlier this morning. Port-au-Prince has about 3 million people
Yes.
that live there.
Yes, we have a lot of more of the population living in Port-au-Prince than the rest of the country. Port-au-Prince is just like everybody goes there for business, for school. Since the capital, life is more advanced comparing to the other neighborhood in Haiti.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll take a look at Port-au-Prince. I have some pictures from my visits. I've only been there twice. I went with International Outreach Mission. I was invited to go and see the work they're doing with the orphans and things like that, and it was amazing. I love the island, and you said you're planning a trip there soon.
Yes, I'm planning a trip there. I haven't been there for like 12 years, and I miss home, so I would like to visit home.
And do you still have family over there?
Yeah, I still have family. People in Haiti, you have it. You know your family, you know your immediate family, and you know all the family, because people that don't really move, and you know your second cousin, your cousin from your grandpa's side. More
like everybody's related.
Everybody's related, and people live in.
Oh, that is
together,
awesome.
yes.
That is so awesome. So, Haiti, I mean, there is so much to talk about the island. The people are so friendly. The food is great. But I'd like to start with the language. So, Haiti has two languages, which is French, the official, and
Haitian Creole.
Haitian Creole.
Yes.
Is it Creole or Creole?
Creole.
Okay, so I'm going to take advantage of you being here with us. And I want you to teach us, everyone here watching, how do you say easy phrases. First of all, how do you say hi?
Basically, we say sac passé. Sac passé.
Sac passé.
Yes, the other person will answer naboulé.
And what's the other one?
Naboulé. When you say sac passé, the other person will answer naboulé.
Okay, so say to me, sac passé.
Sac passé?
Naboulé.
You
All
got
right,
it.
all right, all right. So if you're watching, say sac passe, and then you answer back nabule. If you're in the chat, go ahead and post that on the chat. Nabule, sac casse,
Sac passé,
sac
naboulé.
passe, nabule.
You can get by with these two words.
No,
you
is
know.
that French or is that Creole?
That's Creole. Haitian
Creole,
Creole.
Creole.
Yes.
Okay. How do you say good morning?
Good morning. We use basically a French word. This is bonjour. That's the same bonjour.
Bonjour.
It's the same word the French would use. We say bonjour.
Bonjour, bonjour.
Creole is a broken French basically. It's
Okay.
a broken French.
So it's a lot of the words come from
A lot of-
French
yeah, a lot of
and some
words.
English, right?
A little bit of English, but
And a little bit of
mostly,
Spanish too.
well,
Mostly
mostly it's
French.
19th century French that we
That's amazing.
Creole came from. Yeah.
So to say good morning, you would say
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Yeah.
How do you say good afternoon?
You want to say bon après-midi?
Bon après-midi.
Yeah. Bon
Ooh,
après-midi.
that's a hard one. How do you say? Okay, let's go to important words. How do you say I'm hungry?
Moins grand goût.
Moins
Grand goût.
grand goût.
Yeah.
Moins grand goût.
Moins grand goût.
Oh, I've always had trouble with French and with
You'll get a
Creole
lot of
words.
food by saying that. If you go over there, you'll get more food than me, because we're a foreigner.
That's so funny. That's so funny. Which I remember some of the foods that I tried. The most memorable thing that I ate while I was there was Haitian peanut butter with hot spice on it. Right?
Peanut butter with hot spice. Wow. That's
They
a combination. That's
yeah,
a
they
great
put
combination.
like a sauce on the peanut butter, but it was delicious.
Yes.
Did you ever
yes.
had that?
I had that long time ago. It
Uh-huh.
was tasty. Usually they put something different on the peanut butter. But myself, I like when they put sugar in it. Personally, I like
You
when
put sugar on your peanut butter?
Yeah, so when I was a kid, we
That's
used to
awesome.
eat that. And
Yeah.
It was really tasty.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
this sauce was like a jelly kind of thing, and they mix it with the peanut butter and they put it on a toast bread, and then you just eat it like for breakfast, and that was pretty good. So let's go on Google Earth. Robert, I'm gonna go into Google Earth right now, and I'm going to show everybody the island. So let's go on our tour now. If you're watching, get ready. Put your seatbelt on. Make sure that all of your devices and your computer is stowed properly on the seat in front of you, and all of your belongings underneath your seat. And let's go into Google Earth, and we're gonna go right from Columbus, Ohio, virtually into Haiti. So we're gonna go. We'll start right here in Columbus, Ohio. That's where we are transmitting live from today. Today, our program is coming from our third location, from the Columbus Literacy Council on Chantry Drive. So we'll say here we are in Columbus, Ohio, and we're actually on the southeast part. So for those of you that want to know where our office is, here we are off of 70 and 270. We're in this area right here. Anyway, and we're gonna go from here. That's our building, right where we are. All right, and we're gonna go. I'm gonna go right into the capital of Port-au-Prince. Port-au-Prince, there it is. Capital of Haiti. So we're going from here all the way to the beautiful Caribbean, which I miss it so much. I wish I can go back.
Yes.
And there's the big city, 3 million people. What are some of the things you like about Port-au-Prince?
Port-au-Prince, since it's the capital, you find everybody. We have people from all the other provinces, all the other. You guys will call it states here. We got everybody come over there. So when you're in Port-au-Prince, you will meet everybody and people with different accents, different type of food, and you can interact with them.
So so we have states here in America, and you call them provinces. How many provinces are in Haiti?
We have 9 departments. We call them
9
departments.
Okay.
And each department has basically a head of state, like where we go and take care
Do you know them all?
It's east and west, south, north, and you got northeast, northwest. They go like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I basically from one they call Artibonite. It's a department they call it Artibonite.
Uh huh.
Yes.
Okay. Let me
There
see.
they go a lot of whys. I gotta tell you that they go a lot of whys where I came from. Yes.
Oh wow. Okay, so
Yes.
I'm looking at here at the island. We're looking at the screen where the island is. So
Okay.
the Haiti is found in the island La Española, right?
Yes, that's the former name when the Spanish settlers came.
Uh huh.
Yes, but later on the name has changed to IT. To IT.
To IT. So
Yeah.
when the French came, the Spaniards gave 1/3 of the Española island to Haiti, right? To IT.
Yeah, yeah. It was like basically the Spanish were there first, and then they kind of divide the land. Later on, it's kind of divided between the Spanish, the French, and some parts the British were there. Basically,
British too.
the British were there.
Wow.
They control a very a small part of it.
That's
Yeah, but the
amazing.
French has basically take over the whole thing, and at that time the name was Saint Domingue.
Wow. So I'm looking at the map right here, and you're so close to Cuba because right there on the north is Cuba. Do you know
Yeah.
how far away Cuba is from
Cuba
Haiti?
is like some part of Haiti. Some part of Haiti is very close, like you said, to Cuba,
Yeah.
and people usually take boat and go to Cuba for businesses.
Uh huh.
And if you can look in the map, we are connected with Dominican Republic.
Yes. So that's what I wanted to say.
Yes.
The Dominican Republic on the right side of the island is
Yes.
is the other country that shares the island, right?
Yeah, and then over there they speak Spanish. And we
Right.
speak French
And you guys speak French.
and Haitian Creole.
Did you pick up any Spanish?
I picked it up in school.
In
Basically,
school?
Spanish is a subject
Really?
like in school. When you go to the secondary
Uh huh.
part of school, you learn Spanish as a subject. That's like English is a subject, math,
Uh-huh.
chemistry, physics.
That's amazing.
Yes.
So, tell me about the school. How was the school like? How was it like to study in IT?
Yeah, the school it's divided into two: the primary and secondary.
Okay.
When kids go to school from age of 3 to around 13 years old, it's like primary.
They start early at 3 years old.
Yes,
Wow.
they start early, and the secondary part and the other part you call it secondary goes from like basically from 14 to 19,
Uh huh.
and that's the secondary.
Wow. That's amazing. Well, one thing I know that Haiti can brag about is the island of the Caribbean with the most mountains.
Yes.
No other island in the Caribbean has more mountains than Haiti.
Yes, a lot
And
of-
they are beautiful, huh?
Yes, we are surrounded by mountains. Yeah.
Surrounded by mountains, yeah.
Yeah,
So as
it's,
we can see right here, we have a lot of mountainous areas. Let me see if I can zoom in here on Google Earth, and we can look at that. Let me just go over here, and there is where Port-au-Prince is, and you can appreciate a little bit right here, you know, where the mountainous areas are. And even though it might be small, I remember we had some people coming in for an event we were having, and they were coming from the mountains, and it would take them a day or 2 days because there's not a lot of roads
yes,
up in the
yes,
mountains. But
sometimes they have to walk or use horses to come to.
so we're looking at that little island right here on the right of the screen. I think it's called the Gonavi Island, and that's also
Lagonave. We call it Lagonave. Yes.
Lagonave.
Yes, Lagonave.
and that's also part of Haiti, right?
It's part of Haiti. Yes.
So it's an island within the island, or it's an island of the island.
Yes. Yes.
Do
You
people
go-
live there?
People live there. They use a boat from basically a place called Montrouge
Uh-huh.
to go to Lagonave. To go to Lagonave.
Wow. All right, let's go right into Port-au-Prince. Here's a picture of what Port-au-Prince looks like.
Yes, Port-au-Prince is basically look better than the rest of the country.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, in 1749 it was founded by the French.
By the French.
Yes.
So a lot of architecture and a lot of things to go there is the French.
Yeah.
Now, is that a real bird or is that a fruit?
Oh, that's more like a design to me.
It's like a design. So, these are some of the sculptures that you see in
Yes.
Port-au-Prince.
Yeah, those are like we just passed one, like the heroes of independence. They
Oh,
have their
this one.
statue in the capital.
So this is the Statue of Independence.
Yeah,
So
that's the heroes. That's it's basically four of them: Christophe, Henri Christophe,
uh-huh.
Toussaint Louverture, Alexandre Pétion, et Jean Jacque Dessalines.
Okay, so I know that when Haiti got their independence, after the independence, they had a leader called Jean Jacque Dessalines.
Jean Jacque Dessalines. I believe that's the picture. I believe that's
Now,
the
are
picture.
you related to him? Because he's got your same last name.
It came from after the country become independence, and there's in his city called Marchand des Salines,
Uh-huh.
and my people are from it's in Artibonite where I'm from. It's in Artibonite.
Oh,
It's
wow.
possibly we might be
So it's
related, but
possible that you're
possible.
related to the famous
Yeah.
Dessalines Jean Jacques.
Jean Jacques Dessalines. Yeah.
Jean Jacques Dessalines. That's amazing. Well, I'm gonna have to get your autograph before you leave the show.
No problem.
That's amazing. So, also one another interesting fact about the nation of Haiti was that the nation of Haiti was the first one to get their independence from the European empires, right?
Yes.
And of course, you got the independence from France.
We got it from France in 1804.
In
Yes,
1804.
we had to we fought hard to get it.
To get it,
at
yeah.
that time there was no black republic, so
Yeah.
the slaves they organized themselves to overthrow the French Empire. And
Wow.
they successfully did that.
So Haiti was the first one to do it
The first
in
one
all of
to
the
do it.
Caribbean.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So when the native from Africa that was coming into Haiti was called the Taino
Those are the native of the land.
of the land. So they were the
Yes.
Native Americans
Native,
there,
basically,
the Taino.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. And then if I get this story right, when Christopher Columbus landed in 1942, they were wiped out by
They
the
were,
Spanish.
yeah, due to hard
And
labor.
there is no one left.
There is no one there. Due to
That's
hard
amazing.
labor, they passed, and they were completely extinct now. It's
Wow.
the African descent, and
Yeah.
some people, you guys call it mulattoes, like
Okay.
that's there now.
Wow.
yeah.
Munatos?
Mulattoes, basically
Mulattoes.
like a mixture of blacks and whites,
Uh-huh.
and people from the east as well, like people from Syria and Lebanon that
Wow.
immigrate to Haiti.
Yeah.
They stay there, and they have children. So it's not a lot of them.
So a lot of people
Yeah.
don't know this, but there was a point in the history where Haiti was the wealthiest country in the Caribbean because it's rich in
Sugar,
sugar.
yeah, cocoa,
Yeah.
and they used to export a lot of that. Basically, that was what the French were exploiting over there.
Yeah.
The sugar was like the main
The main thing.
source of business. Like, and they will the sugar, basically they have free labor, so
And they would
grow
just
the
take it
sugar,
all.
yeah, and export it elsewhere. That was a
Wow.
great source of revenue for them.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Wow. That's incredible. But one thing I know as well from when I was there was the diamonds. You guys have diamonds, right?
A little bit. Basically, like the natural resources we have in Haiti, they are hardly exploited.
Uh-huh.
So they are rarely exploited. They are rarely exploited. Yeah.
Okay. So we're looking at right here at the city of Port-au-Prince, which is the biggest city there, and I want to get into a time now where if any young person wants to go to Haiti, how do they get there? Here's the airport. I'm looking at the airport right here.
Basically, you don't really need much to go there.
Uh-huh.
You need a passport, of course, and
Okay.
you can travel with your American passport there and enter and basically get a visa at the airport when you get there.
Right. So the
Yeah,
visa is
it's
given to you at the airport, not
they will-
before.
Yeah, you
Okay.
can. No problem. Haiti is very welcoming to
They are.
foreigners.
They are.
Yes, it's
And
not.
and if I remember right, the visa fee was only $20.
Yes, it's very cheap.
Uh huh.
People can access Haiti. It's very cheap, especially when you come from
How
like
much is an airplane an airplane from Columbus to Haiti? How much does it cost?
about I would say about $500 $600. You'll go to Haiti
That's
and
not
enjoy
bad.
it. It's not bad.
Yeah.
You got direct flight from New York, from Florida,
Uh huh.
and it used to be from Atlanta as well.
Wow.
Yeah, from yes, it's just if you want
That's
to
a,
visit Haiti. Just it's around the corner, like 3.5 hours from New York and an hour and a half from Florida. So it's right there in your backyard.
an hour and a half flight from Florida.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I've done the flight from Atlanta to Port-au-Prince, and it was like a 2-hour flight. Really, it's
Yes.
not much to it.
Haiti is not far from the
And
US.
and as soon as you land, you feel the warmth, the
Yes.
change of temperature. Yeah, it's
It
amazing.
it's really cool.
So tell us, what are some of the foods that people eat,
Oh, the food.
or what is your favorite food?
my food? I like I like. Let me say du riz, lalo, sauce pois. It's a mixture.
Wait. Say that again. Say it slowly
riz.
so everybody can hear it.
Du riz, lalo, and sauce pois, which is
Slowly.
it's rice, bean sauce, and it's a vegetable we call lalo.
Lalu,
It's
is that
good.
like a root?
No, it's more like a spinach sort of thing. But
Okay.
It's not like a spinach, but it's really tasty.
Yeah.
It's what we have mostly. That's what we have in where I'm from in Artibonite. That's the main meal. That's the
Wow. That sounds amazing.
yeah.
And I tried the rice, and the rice is good. So you guys produce a lot of it of rice.
Yes, we
Right.
produce a lot of rice and corn as well.
Uh huh.
Yeah, and we have something called petit meal as well.
What is it? Petit meal?
Petit meal is like for people from North Africa. It looks like couscous.
Oh,
It
okay,
looks like
yeah.
couscous.
Okay. And what some of the meats that people eat there?
Oh, we consume a lot of chicken and goat
Uh huh.
and
Goats.
beef.
I did see goats everywhere.
Yeah. We have lamb as well.
What is it? Lema?
Lamb.
Lamb. Oh, lamb.
Yeah.
Lamb.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Which one is your favorite? The chicken
My
or the,
favorite, I would say the goat.
the goat? Yeah, I
Yes.
tried the goat. Actually, I
It's-
think I have some pictures, and with the help of Robert, let me see if I can get some of the pictures here. Let me see where I found them. There we go. And I'll show you some of my personal pictures from my trip there. Let me see, they're coming up. So this is, I think this was near Delmas.
Delma. Okay. Oh, okay. That's. I think that's banana.
That's banana.
That's banana. But it's grow more in like in the province region.
Uh-huh.
That's where they go. They have farm more like in the province region.
Wow.
Delma is in Port-au-Prince.
Okay.
Yes.
And okay, here's the little business there. Do you understand that language, right? Is that French? That's not French. That's Creole?
That's French. I guess you got the Bible verse over there.
Okay.
Exodus 14:14.
Exodus 14:14.
Yes.
And is this like a sandwich stand, or what is it? Sandodu?
Sandudu Chéri.
It's like a little store, right? Like a grocery store.
No, it's like a cosmetic store at the bottom.
okay.
Yeah. We call this little store. It's
Oh,
like
wow. If I
we call
read,
it
I
Guerrit,
could
yeah.
figure it out. Cosmetic right there.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay, there was a picture I want to show, which I love, which is it's the public transportation. I don't know if this is one. No, this was just some of the things that people make there. Let me see.
We call it something like that artisanal.
Artisanal, yeah.
Artisanal, yes. They usually sell them to they do it and sell them to tourists
Uh huh.
that come to Haiti. Yeah.
So here are some of the pictures from the mountains. Now, when you look at this picture right here, a lot of Mexico looks like that. Especially the north part of Mexico looks like just like
Yeah,
that.
I had the chance to travel to some Central American country.
Uh-huh.
I saw there's some resemblance in Haiti.
Resemblances, right? Yeah.
I had the chance to visit Mexico, and some part of Mexico remind me of Haiti.
Okay. Here's a young man walking. We were going into well, different parts there. Let me see. More green. So, what are some of your favorite memories from Haiti?
um, I would say in Port-au-Prince when I was a kid,
Uh-huh.
like we will go to school in Port-au-Prince when there is turmoil. Parents as like when there's if there is a political turmoil, like all parents will go and run to the school and get their kids. I guess
Oh,
that kind of creates more trouble than the problem because when everybody is on the street, that's when like there's more chance for something to happen. But that's what they usually do. If there is something, all the parents will go and grab their kids at the school.
uh-huh. Well, I'm showing a picture right there on the screen. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's a picture of a plate. I don't know if you can see it there or not. Um, I don't know if they see it or they see it or not. Anyway, that was a picture. Let me see if I can get another one. Another thing that was amazing was the flowers, the type of flowers that you have over there in the island.
Yes.
They're innumerous. If
They
you
are
can see one-
natural. Yeah, they are natural flowers, and basically nobody water them. They grow up by themselves and they
Uh-huh.
sustain themselves. Just and they're beautiful.
Yeah. Let me see. Are we able to see my screen? Can they see my screen? Because I got a plate right here from one morning right there. I don't know why it's not coming up. You guys can let me know if I'm doing something wrong. Okay, we lost Robert here for a moment. Good. Oh, we're good. We're still in the air. So you can tell us something else about.
Yes, let me talk about like the money of Haiti. It's called good.
Okay.
Basically, one US dollar is worth like around 100 good, and you can buy a lot of things with. If you come from the US or other countries like England, your money is worth way more than the Haitian money. So you get by on us.
So you seem like a rich
you
man,
guys
right? Like a
yeah,
wealthy
you don't
man.
need to have money here to be a rich guy in Haiti.
Okay, so the currency is called gold.
Good.
Good.
Yes.
Like good.
Like good. Yeah.
Good. And for one US dollar, you
can
get how
have
many?
100.
100 gold.
Yes.
Wow. Wow. And
That's
about
good.
how much would a gallon of milk cost?
A
How
gallon
many
of
goals?
milk, I would say it will cost like around 50.
50. Well, wow, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can buy pretty good things out there. Yeah. Okay, that's awesome. That's awesome. So it was very fascinating to go and to see the Haitian people. They're hard workers, but Haiti has not been immune from the forces of nature and the things that have happened there. So one of the things that brought world attention to the country of Haiti was the earthquake that hit in 2010.
Yes, in January, like that. Yeah, it
January
was
of 2010.
yes, it was really devastating. We have not even have a catastrophe such like that for many years. It's just the whole country was basically the capital was devastated.
destroyed,
Like
yeah.
it was destroyed. A lot of people lost their lives. It was, and we have to rebuild from that.
And there
great
was really
tragedy.
not a way to know exactly how many people died because I think they were estimated about 300,000 people.
Yeah, the
But-
estimation about 300,000 people because a lot of people they didn't really have a count because there was so much death and they have to put them in common grave very fast.
You know, I was able to visit one of those common graves when I was there, and we were told that in one of the many common graves, on the one that I visited, it was just a big, big, huge hall, and they told me they put about 100,000 people there,
Yeah.
and it was very sobering to stand in a place where 100,000 people were put there. This earthquake was one of the most powerful ever recorded, and it hit the epicenter right in Port-au-Prince.
Yes, yes, yeah. A lot of people unfortunately lost their life. Yeah,
Yeah, and that brought the number of orphans to an incredible, incredible number.
yes, yes. A lot of them, a lot of them has, a lot of kids unfortunately lost their parents, and parents as well lost their kids. It was just devastating
Yeah.
beyond proportion.
Well, listen, if there's anybody watching and wants to help orphans, I have an organization that I connected with, that I visited with, and I can attest that they are 100% legit, and that your money will go it's straight into the children, and that's international outreach. I got an opportunity to meet with them and see their work, and it's just amazing the work they're doing. So if anybody's watching and interested, let me know, and I'll be happy to connect you, send you the links, and let you know how you can be a part of reaching and helping with the orphans, because that earthquake brought a lot of kids left without parents.
Yes, yes.
So
Thank you for the good work you are doing in Haiti. Before we go any further, I had a chance to see that on Facebook and see the kids interacting with the people.
yeah,
Thank you so very
the
much
kids
for helping my
the kids
people.
are loving it. Actually, I'm showing a picture right here. I don't know if you guys can see it. I don't know if we can get there, Robert. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong or not, but I have a picture right there on the screen where the offices. Actually, that's where I stayed. I stayed right there with them in their grounds, and it was very interesting. I've been there 2 times, and the second time I was there, it was during elections. They were choosing a president, I think, and people were not happy with the results, and there were people out there shooting guns. I remember I had to stay behind the walls. It was a good adventure.
Yes,
It was a good adventure for sure.
There's election, there's emotion involved. So
Yeah,
people
yeah.
are trying to.
Well, we're
choose
seeing
their
that in
leaders.
America right now, right, with the election coming up.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So when you came to America, you came with a visa, and then you get a green card or a permanent resident.
Basically, there is two types of visa. You can apply to have a tourist visa in Haiti. And,
Okay.
And to come here, usually like 6 months, and sometimes it could be 5 years.
Yeah.
From that.
Now-
but other Asians as well that are here, they can apply for a family member in Haiti to have a permanent visa,
Yes.
which is a green card. That's what I have basically.
Oh,
And
great.
Somebody has applied for me my mother has applied for me to have a green card. Usually take long, but it's better to have that than to have a tourist visa, because you can settle here when you have a green card.
Yes.
It
So
takes
what's
longer.
the green card? So a lot of people listening to us have no idea what a visa is or how that process goes. Can you tell us your experience about how did you get your visa? What did you have to do? Like, how did you get one?
Like I told you, there is two types,
Uh-huh.
and one is the tourist. The tourist, you have to basically have to show that you have money in your account, and when you come to the US, that you are
Yeah.
not going to stay.
Right. So you have to prove. Yes.
You have to give documents. Of course, you have to have a passport, and you show your bank statement, and things like that. And the other one is the green card.
Uh-huh.
That one, like the person that's receiving it, you can't. This one is if you are receiving it, you can. Is the person that giving it to you that need to do all the work. Basically, the work is done here in the US too. In the US, but you have to just have the
Have to
passport.
get all the
there's
paperwork
all the
together.
paperwork. Yes.
And have to share a lot of personal information, don't you?
Yes, it's a lot. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
lot. Right? It's
Wow.
it's not easy to basically to have it,
Right.
but your parents, if you have your parents that live here, and your parents are basically a mother and a father, they can apply to have that green card. It's a long process.
Uh-huh.
But it's
But
gonna work.
it's possible, right? It's doable.
Yeah.
So I want to go right here, and we're gonna look a little bit right here at the coast of the island. You can see how it is, and we're gonna see the ocean right here. That's the road that goes to the island, and I wanted to show a picture of the water and the turquoise, beautiful water.
Yes, it's beautiful. Yeah, it's very beautiful ocean, and you see you have it's close to the national road.
Uh
You
huh.
can basically you can be on your way home and decide to go
And you get a dip
go
in the water, right?
dip in the water. Yes, and we also have like public we have public beach and private beach.
Okay.
Yes.
So how does the private beach works?
The private beach is usually is some it's like a business. Like
Uh
the
huh.
person will have a hotel there, and they do it basically to get profit. So it's nicer.
Uh huh.
It's nicer than the public one. Yeah.
Oh,
It's a personal
so
business.
it's a business.
Yeah. Yes.
I'm trying to show one. Look at this water. I mean, it's just one of the most beautiful water I've seen, which of course is Caribbean water.
Yes.
And now, do you like swimming?
Yes, I like swimming. I like swimming. Basically, when you come from where I'm from, we have rivers, so most of the kids will learn to swim at a young age.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
That is amazing.
Yeah, the ocean is very beautiful. A lot of foreigners basically take advantage of that when they go to Haiti.
Well, Haiti is known for the Caribbeans. I mean, for the cruise lines.
Cruise
The
line,
cruise.
Yes,
They
like
do
we
stops
have,
here at Haiti,
I believe
right?
like Royal Caribbean go over there. They went to
Royal.
Royal. They
Uh-huh.
go like it's and they stay at the in north side of Haiti. And the tourists they will get off the boat and visit Labadie.
Where is that part?
That part is in the north side of Haiti.
In the north side. Okay,
Yeah.
so let me go back and you tell me you tell me where I go. So we're right here at the marina, and look at all those mountains there.
Beautiful.
And okay, so let me get here. So that's already. So the north, like Monte
Yeah, the north is Cap Haitian basically. There's that's the second capital of Haiti. It's called Cap Haitian.
How Haitian?
Yes, that's
Okay.
where the boat will.
Oh wow,
Will
that's a
go.
big city.
Yes.
Look at that. That's Cap Haitian, right?
Yes, Cap Haitian. Cap.
Wow, I have not been to this city, but it
So
looks
you
pretty
gotta
big.
Go, you gotta go next time you go to Haiti.
Okay, I'm gonna have to go
Yeah.
visit the north side,
Yes.
and that's where the
Yeah.
cruises normally
Yeah,
come
they
to.
cruise. Yeah, they go over there to Cap Haitian. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Well, there's some ruins there. Do you know anything about
Uh, there is the Citadel. I believe that the Citadel you are watching now.
the citadel? Okay.
Yes, that's one of the places the tourists will visit. a
They will
lot.
go visit
They will
there a
go
lot.
visit that. It
Okay.
was built long time ago, centuries ago. Yeah.
Nice. I've been to St. Kitts and Nevis, and they also have a citadel,
They have a Citadel,
and
okay.
you get to see where the battles were fought and where the independence were fought and all this stuff.
Yeah.
So here's one we're seeing.
Yeah, we see 18. That's the November 18, 1803.
Uh-huh.
It's a Bataille de Vertières, which is like that's the last battle that you fought before they get the independence.
The independence.
Yes.
So
That's the
November
last
18th.
battle.
So do you guys no, it's coming up November, right? November 18th.
Yeah.
That's coming up.
And the celebration was done like in January 1st, 2004. But
Wow, that's amazing.
yeah.
So, what are some of the celebrations that you do? Like, what do people do?
Oh, they
Is there a
basically
parade, or what?
Yeah, they have like for the Flag Day they have a parade which is really huge,
Uh huh.
and they have a parade in January 2nd
Uh huh.
where the president will go naive and they will address the nation. They will address the nation there, and the Flag Day is May 18th,
Uh huh.
which is you guys have a flag here. Which is blue and red.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So tell us
Yes.
about the flag. The flag is blue and red, and
Mhm.
then there is a native in the middle, right?
Yes.
So,
Basically, they have like it's kind of the flag is symbol of freedom.
uh-huh.
And when they have after they had their independence, we have Catherine Flon that sewed the flag. It was a lady from a city called Akaye that sewed the flag. Basically, they have most of a lot of the celebration in that city called Akaye. Is that when you go into the north and we go to Akaye, that's where they celebrate the flag day.
Nice,
Yes.
nice. So yeah, if you've never seen the flag here, you can see it's the
Yes.
blue and red right here, the colors
Yeah.
of the beautiful
Yeah,
Haitian flag.
inside that the white part, that square,
Uh-huh.
we call there is this our
Right here on
motto is
the.
called L'Union fait la force, which means union together we are strong.
Let me try to say it.
L'Union
Union
fait la force.
de la force.
Yes, basically in English.
Union de la force.
Basically, like, together we are strong.
Together we're strong.
Yes.
Union de la force.
L'Union fait la force.
Now let me ask you: were you happy when France won the World Cup in Russia 2018?
Yes, basically we don't have that grudge anymore with the French concerning.
Oh, you're not that connected to the French. Yeah. So I know you.
Nations more.
Uh-huh.
They support more like the Brazilian team.
Yeah.
Than the
Because of the Americas. Yeah, that's how it is in the World Cup. If your country is out, then you cheer for the strongest one in your.
It's
in your
Brazil
nation.
and Argentina.
Argentina.
Most Asians are Brazil fan, and then the second part is Argentina fan.
So tell us about the hurricanes in Haiti. Is there a season when they come, or?
Basically, we have two seasons, and the rainy season and the dry one.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes the hurricane will they come during the rain, most likely during the rainy season, and they come,
Uh-huh.
and because of a lack of structure, a lot of like the water will cause a lot of damage
Yeah.
because they cut a lot of trees for business purposes.
Yeah,
And-
I noticed
and-
that the mountains didn't have any trees left.
Yes, so they cut a lot of trees. Like when the water come, there is no force to stop
To
it. So
stop the water.
So it
Wow.
causes a lot of devastation, and usually when it does a lot of damage when there is hurricane.
Wow. So, for anyone that might be interested in visiting Haiti, when is the best time of the year to go?
The best time we say from mid-June to September.
Okay.
That's where there's a lot of activities there, and
It's not rainy season at
It's-
that time, right?
no, it's I don't think it's no, it's let me see. It's not the. It's I don't think it's the rainy season at the time, but it's the country's. A lot of tourists comes during that time. There's
Yeah.
a lot of activities. Basically, it's summer, so
Uh-huh.
you'll enjoy your time there.
Wow, that's awesome. So there you have it. If you want to go visit this island, you can go between June
In September.
and September, between June and September. All right. Well, our time is flying by. We only have like a few minutes left, and I want to give an opportunity for our audience. If there is any questions from Facebook or I think we were also in YouTube. I don't know if we're on YouTube or not, but if you're on YouTube, hey, welcome. And if you're in Facebook, if you want to ask Al any questions, this is a good time. So you can let us know. Robert is still back there. Okay. So Al, anything else you would like to say about the beautiful nation of Haiti?
Mm, we really welcome tourists over there. So if you really welcome tourists, if you come from outside the US, when you are a VP, you are a famous guy.
Yeah.
You are a famous person whenever you land to Haiti.
Uh-huh.
So the people will welcome you to Haiti,
Okay.
and the food is delicious.
Yes.
It's delicious.
What should they eat?
I would say rice and plantain
Plantain, yeah.
and goat chicken.
And chicken.
Yeah,
And the fish is
basically.
not bad either.
Yeah,
Lobster.
the fish is
Actually, the
lobster is
best
good.
lobster I've ever had was in Haiti.
Yes, and
Yeah.
I guess it was cheap for you, right? With your American dollars.
It,
I guess it was cheap for you, right?
Yes. Yeah. Well, because we got it fresh. Actually, we were in the water, in the ocean, and this guy just went out there on a little boat, and he dived under and came up with one,
Okay,
and he
wow.
gave it to us for like $20, which was a great deal compared to what you get
Yes,
here.
yes,
All right. So there is one question coming in. The question is, what are the main differences between culture in America and Haitian culture?
Asian culture, we basically I would say we are very archaic. We old. We still use like old things. The old like things like America would use like 100 years ago.
Uh-huh.
We still there.
Okay.
So
okay.
like I told you, like the food will go most likely the food is natural.
Wow.
It's natural, and you guys are very. There's a lot of technology here. Like
processed.
give an example, you guys will go to a market and get a chicken that's been icy. That's in the
Right.
ice for many days. But
Yeah.
us, we will go and kill the chicken and cook it the same day.
Right, right.
It's very. I guess that's an advantage there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That reminds me of a story. A friend of mine was there, and they were sleeping. They were, I think, in the Maris, and there was a wall dividing the two houses where he was staying, and then there was a chicken on their wall, and every morning, like at 5:30 in the morning, he start,
Yes.
making the noise. So he didn't want the noise, so he went and paid the neighbor and said, "Just sell me this
Sell
chicken."
the chicken.
And pay him. Well, by the next morning, there was another chicken standing there.
Wow.
So the Haitian was smarter, and he was able to sell, a lot of chickens that way.
Yes.
Oh, well, so you're telling us it's good to go visit.
It's really good to go visit. I guess if you go visit one time, and you might decide to go and stay, because although there's not a lot of work,
Yeah.
but those that have work, it's less pressure for them to live.
Yeah.
Like comparing to the U.S. The
Right.
U.S. the guys are very fast.
Fast-paced life.
Fast-paced.
Yeah.
Haiti is more laid back.
Yes,
So-
relax. Yeah,
Yes.
I remember that. That's amazing. Well, Al, we're so happy that you were able to join us here, and we can talk a little bit about Haiti and remember some of the stories and all the tips. Thank you for sharing that with us.
It's my pleasure as well. It was good to be here to share about the Haitian culture with you.
Yes. So if you have more questions, we can reach out. I have contact with Al, and I can send in the questions or email the questions. If anybody else have any more questions, you can go ahead and send it even after we're off the air. But anyway, we've come to the conclusion of our show. Away we go today with Haiti, with my good friend Al Jean Jacque. Jean Jacque.
Okay.
And thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you next week, where we're going all the way from the Caribbean all the way to the north of Russia. We're going to Russia next week, so we're looking forward for another episode of Away We Go. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a wonderful day. Send us your questions. Like us on Facebook. Follow us in Instagram, or subscribe in YouTube. Thank you so much. Al, thank you so much once again, and have a great day. See you later.